Welcome back to Geffin's channel. Hello everyone, and it's a Saturday with an ash-eye dry. Welcome you all to the channel for a review of this watch, which is the Seiko SKX033. What a handsome little priest. Look at him. Let me just dust him off and we can get underway. The 007 is here just for reference purposes. And before I start, the Doctor has just acquired a new orange strap. This time it's a waffle. This waffle strap came from Strap Envy and it cost £15. I think it's quite nice. I do prefer the Tropic that I have, but it's not too shabby, a little bit thick, but there we go. So today's review will be of this wonderful modern, I would call it a modern vintage category twerp. Alignment needs to be featured. Look at the alignment, bro. Look at it at the 12, but look at it there and there. But yes, so this is the SKX033. This is a new old stock piece, I would call it. This watch was manufactured from 1996 to 2008. Mr. June, and thank you Mr. June for picking up this watch and every other watch I've ever reviewed on the channel. My channel wouldn't exist without Mr. June. The channel was started because of him and it continues because of him. So hats off to Mr. June. Our preferred version of this watch would have been the SKX031, which is a black dial variant with a black bezel. We don't really like Pepsi bezels, but you know, things don't come along in this condition very often, so we picked him up. It's known as the Seiko Submariner for obvious reasons, with this un-Seiko-like 3 o'clock crown. It's a sports diver, and it has a 40mm case. It's very thin, 12mm thick, with a 46mm lug-to-lug, 22mm lugs, which taper down to 18 at the clasp. It does have a usual Seiko stamped fold-over press-fitted clasp with no diver's extension. There's 5 micros, and you will find, unfortunately here, but this is a 20-year-old twerp, folded links here, and hollow end links, which all contribute to this slightly unsightly rattle. But it's a, look at it on the wrist there, guys. Isn't it nice? I think this one is, it could be a 96 or it could be a 2006. Let's have a look at the sticker. Sticker is still on. We've got 6N, so it's 96 or 2000. It's probably 2006 November. And look at that, it is mint. I think Mr. June has fucked up the lugs a little bit there by fucking around trying to put a different bracelet on it, but it is essentially a brand new twerp. I mean, look at the clasp. Telltale signs would be here. It is mint. Absolutely mint. So, what can I say? It carries the 7S26 movement in the same way as his professional brother, the 007. It is 21 joule, 21,600 beats per hour, non-hacking and non-hand winding Stone Age movement, with a plus 45 to minus 35 seconds per day tolerance, 41 hour power reserve. This one is a 10 bar or 100 meters of water resistant, non-ISO rated watch. It does have a screw down crown. It has a screw down crown at the 3, unsigned, and it also has a screw down case back with this lovely and quite unusual today wave logo, not the usual professional Seiko's tsunami motif. This wave version is quite nice to see, and I think this was usually featured on non-professional divers, so sort of lightweight sports divers. You do get a hardlex crystal on the top of this lovely matte blue dial. Doesn't that look nice? The the dial on this one is actually, I think, more upmarket than its superior brother, the SKX. The dial features an applied logo there, lovely applied logo, and indices that look applied, but I think they're stamped, but they have the metallic border as opposed to the SKX's sort of white painted and everything painted affair. The handsets are identical. You will find on this one you have a white painted second hand with the loomed triangle in the last quadrant, as opposed to the lollipop pip of our beloved SKX. Isn't that freaky? For the beach. And this watch is definitely for the beach. It is for the beach. There's no doubt about that. I think it's really a stunning little twerp. I mean, these folded links, you know, this was fine in its day. Where do we go from here, guys? You do have an aluminium insert on this lovely bezel, and it's slightly tapered in a downward fashion as opposed to the slightly inverted tapering on the SKX. That's quite strange. And it is bi-directional. It is bi-directional, and as you can hear, it's not, and it is actually 60 click. I've just realized that. 60 click bi-directional bezel is a bit mushy, but it's perfectly fine, and it has a lovely, what do you call that? It's a coin edging, but a thick one. There we go. The case has obvious similarities to the sub from the top, and I think it's very, very handsome for the beach. Finishing is a simple affair. You will find polished flanks with snubbed, down-turned lugs. And I think in profile, if you put them together, it is quite similar to the SKX. It's just a lot thinner. Up top we do have vertical brushing, and we have a slight polished chamfer here along the case. No drilled lugs are featured. All in all, I think it's a very pleasing little twerp, and whilst it lacks quality by today's standards, it was more than acceptable in its day. Unfortunately for us, or any of you that want to buy one, it does seem almost impossible to upgrade this awful bracelet, horrendous bracelet, with a case-fitted aftermarket option, as no one is offering anything for this 20-year-old sports diver, but it will look great on straps and NATOs. There's no doubt about that, and tomorrow I might put a few straps on it. But I mean, it is what it is. It's 20 years old plus. This is what you got in the day, and this was a cheap watch then. Now they go for, and the Mr. June price for this, by the way, was £260. Good luck finding a new one for that price. I think they go for £250 to £300. This watch would sell easily for £300, and it probably will when Mr. June gets sick of it. People are already asking me, is it for sale? It's not mine. So that's what it is. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's it's pretty freaky, bros. This is a K version. I think there was a J. But let's look at them side by side. You can see he's smaller than the SKX, slimmer by over a mil slimmer. Unfortunately, these folded links are not for the beach. Not for the beach at all. They will corrode immediately as soon as they come into contact with pisswasser from the briny blue. But, you know, for us, for us twerp aficionados, we know what this is. It's something quite special. Very comfortable. And what a lovely little freak. And also, enjoy my waffle strap. Isn't it nice? But in the meantime, I wish the best of health to you all and to your families. Enjoy your weekend with best wishes from Gethin. Stay freaky, bros, and never give up. Thank you, Mr. June.